Hey, come along for the fun and join Bob and I as we visit the Denver 2022 RV show. Whether you are in your retirement years, heading there, or nowhere close, we have great things to share with all stationary RVers, and many of our tips work for nomad RVers as well. So stay tuned for this week's amazing tips, tricks, and tested products. So glad you're coming along with us today, and regardless of what the camera says, it is January 14th, 2022. Look at the skies. It's beautiful. There is not a cloud in the sky, and this is important because in a little bit you're going to see how quickly our day changed. We've taken Izzy to the dog sitters, and now we're heading down the mountains to hit the highway. It takes us about an hour to an hour and a half from where we live in the mountains of Woodland Park to get into downtown Denver, and depending on traffic, it could even be a little bit longer. Woodland Park is actually called the city above the clouds, and right now there are no clouds. However, if you look out towards the north, which is which way we're going, and you'll start seeing as we are heading closer to Denver, the clouds are forming. Yes, friends, these are snow clouds, and we're going to hit some snow today. If you haven't been to this area before, there is a lot to see, not to mention the Air Force Academy and Great Wolf Lodge. We take our grandkids there every year, and we have a blast. Now, as we're coming into Denver, close to the convention center, look at the clouds. Already you can see it's turning a little darker, a little grayer, a little more ominous, and it is cold. So just how do you know that you're at the convention center? Well, it's the Big Blue Bear. Doesn't everybody have a big blue bear peeking in their convention center? Well, we do in Denver, so come and see it sometime. Now, obviously, a show of this magnitude is going to have a ton of vehicles and RVs for you to look at. My particular desire today was to show you RVs that would be livable for a couple. This first one I'm going to show you is by Riverstone, and it is beautiful. I love these new stoves in here. Now, I'm going to admit this was my first attempt at videotaping these, and I lost some of the footage. But this kitchen in particular, and I'm going to link below to the manufacturer so you can really see inside this beautiful RV. But they do have very light interiors. I love all of these new pop-up USB and outlets on the countertops. And look at this. This is great. I just think this is something that's so needed. It is the garbage can that is hidden behind the pantry. So many times we're always looking for a place to put these garbage cans, and it's a great place. Lots of storage in here. And look at this bathroom. This tile is beautiful. Looks like it'd be very easy to keep clean because of the type of tile it is as well. Enough storage. These bathrooms never have a lot of storage in it, but certainly enough for two people, I would believe. I want to show you this next one. It's a Cyclone, and it's a toy hauler. And I wanted just to show you that some people are really being innovative in the way that they use these different layouts that they have. This was interesting to me because in this living area, there is one couch, 3-4 people perhaps could sit there. And then they have this dinette set. And I just thought that was kind of interesting because while it doesn't give you a really good feel for a living room, there is a way to make this more usable as a full-time space. And that is, utilizing this space as kind of the kitchen gathering space. And then we'll see later you can actually utilize the toy hauler as a great room or a family room or maybe as your living room. This has the refrigerator right next to it, and then you'll see this little kitchen area. And I really like this layout because look at that counter space. You have everything you need right there. Lots of cupboards, lots of counter space. It's, again, not as large as some of the others, so you always have to be careful with your space, but it does have a decent size oven and mini drawers, the double sink, Again, I'll link this model down below, so if you like it, you can go and visit it. The bathroom is pretty much standard. You know, the regular shower, little sink. Now this is kind of clever though, because it does have the drawers and the little tiny cabinet recessed. I don't think it's a very large bathroom, but they're just functional actually. You don't spend a lot of time in these bathrooms. The bedroom has one of these areas that I kind of like now, that the bed slides out, and then so when during the day you can actually slide it up so that you've got more walking space in there. They've got cubbies in the wall, which these beds that are against the wall there, they don't have the end tables, which is what we really like, but they do have these cubbies, and I thought that was kind of creative. And then of course inside the far right one is where your washer and dryer would go, unless you want to utilize it as more storage. Now, I love this. They have a fireplace in the bedroom. You do lose your drawer space, so you do kind of have to weigh that ambiance against actual functional space. And this is the garage. It's got its own little bathroom, but you see how spacious it is, and you could very easily take those couches out and make this into a nice, like I said, great room or living room, and then still keep your bed above if you have guests or the grandkids come or whatever. And see, they have a loft up here too, so you already have another space, and it has a window in it, which is different than some of the other spaces. So here's another one of those innovative RVs, especially if you don't want to spend a lot of time climbing stairs. Now, this one has a ton of room underneath, the most I've ever seen in an RV, and there's a very good reason for that, because this is all one level. And the way they've done that is they have created space underneath, and you climb up the stairs. Now, this is the problem. It might be on all one level when you get inside, but there are 8 stairs you have to climb to get in. They also provide this nice safety feature so you or the dog don't fall through. Again, all light interior, which just makes it so pretty and livable. I like the texture of the furniture in here too. It's hard to see in this picture, but it's very cloth-like. Lots of space. Now, this is one of the things that I did see that I'm very happy about, is the space between the sink and the stove. A lot of those are very narrow, but this one seems to be spacious enough. Obviously, that more high-end kind of couch there, and you can see one straight shot. The pantry has amazing space in it. One of the best ones that I have seen. You can certainly store everything that you need pretty much in there. Well, including the garbage can, even though it doesn't have the hideaway space there. The bedroom is pretty standard as well. Your traditional closet. Now, one of the things I did like about this is the number of cubbies that are in there. And again, here's your full-size closet, but you do lose that if you have your washer and dryer, which a lot of full-time people do tend to want to have. I'm one of those. Also, they don't have any kind of end tables or places on the side, although on the left side there is really nice shelving, but I would need something on the other side too. And then the bathroom is really nice. It does have 2 sinks, which having the his or her, while it is a luxury of space in an RV, you just might decide that is really important to you. And the bathroom shower is a really spacious one. Again, has very nice tile in it as well. Now, those 2 doors are always a problem for me because I feel like that's, again, wasted space. But if it's just the 2 of you, you can keep one of the doors shut. It's just not a problem. Now, this one for the price is my favorite. It is a sandpiper $39 BA, and look at that price. Now, I don't know if that was just a huge discount, but this thing is gorgeous. Again, look at the texture of the chairs, look of the couch, look at just everything that's inside here. It is light and airy. It's got a beautiful fireplace. The kitchen is gorgeous, and it would be really something I would be interested in if I didn't have to have a toy hauler. It even has fans inside of here. It's got a very spacious pantry. Again, enough space. This one's a little bit more narrow than the other one, but still plenty of space, lots of drawers and cabinets, and look at that oven and stove on the other side there. Actually 3 places where there's counter space under the microwave. And then look at that vent house. And the backsplash was so pretty as well. This one really is a gorgeous unit, especially for the price. Now, this is the bedroom. Again, it has a fireplace in it, lots of storage, lots of cubbies. And again, this would be one where you would want to hook up your washer and dryer in the closet if you needed or wanted it. I think they've decorated this bedspread so pretty. But again, no cubbies beside the bed. There's these little bitty shelves at the top of it. And then on the left-hand side, there again, there's a little space for that person, but the other person has nothing. So that would be very difficult for us. The bathroom has a spacious shower. It has 2 sinks. So there again, especially if you only have one bathroom, having 2 sinks, 2 places to put your stuff is really nice. Do you want to give up the space? That's one of the decisions you have to make. Now, we are Grand Design fans, and the Solitude is probably my next choice, especially this one in particular. I love the idea of having a full living room that's separate from the rest of the house, especially when you are, living in it full time. So here is the living space. I love the texture in the back. This one happens to be, I believe it's called mid-living. And then your kitchen is up above, and it is huge. Lots of space for pantry, for storage. Look at that big stove, 4-burner insignia with a large oven and a fan above it, and space beside each side of the stove. Your refrigerator, I think those are 18 cubic feet. And then you have a window over your sink where you can look outside while you're doing dishes. And behind you, there again, another space where storage and a pop-up USB charger station. And all this space on the other side under the microwave with more cabinets, more drawers, more storage. I love this kitchen. As you're heading up the stairs, there's actually some space here for storage. One, to put your coats in or larger items that you might want to store. And then this is where your control panel is, but there's storage even above and below that as well. The next stop is into the bathroom. And again, this is a very large bathroom. Spacious shower. There's linen cupboard. There is 2 sinks, 2 medicine cabinets on either side, and then a ton of storage underneath the sinks. As you go into the bedroom, it's pretty standard, especially for a Grand Design, but they do have pretty good space in the closet. I like the headboard, the way it's set up. Again, I don't like having our bed this way where you don't have the end tables on the side, and again, you would have to have your washer and dryer hookup in the closet space or use it for shelving. I have to admit, I do like these built-in drawers. They're not real deep, but that little pop-up area where you can throw some things is kind of... Now, our final visit was to take a look at the new 395 MS. We have the 395M. But I wanted to see in particular the differences up close and personal. Now, what I noticed was it is lighter. They have lightened the wood. They've lightened the valances. They've lighten the walls, and I do like that. And I love the fact that they have put this fireplace, instead of on an angle, they've made it flush against the wall. That has made it easier and more spacious for the cabinetry in particular. So that was a really good redesign. Now, what I don't like quite as well as ours is, because of the way they have expanded the kitchen, they have pushed the couch up. There's less space in the couch, and they've added another section, and that's to make it come out flush with the sink. I have to admit, I am very envious of the kitchen. It is a much better design than the one that we currently have. And the pantry is a little different. Everything's actually different in here. It's more spacious. It's got more cabinetry. It also has a great backsplash. It's got a 4-burner insignia stove with a larger oven. It has great, obviously, drawer space that Bob is showing you there. And then around the front, it also has more drawers and more cabinet space. So this is a really nice, functional kitchen. I would like it, but I'm not sure I would want to give up everything that I'd have to give up in order to have this particular kitchen. While the bedroom stayed similar, there is a little bit of a difference in that one of the closets is now a part of the bathroom, a little bit differently configured, but it's the shower. The shower is much, much smaller, and so is the sink area. Again, 2 doors going in to the bathroom, which again, I think is a lot of wasted space. So when it comes to would I change today, the answer is no. I really love my home, and we're going to have a home tour for you in the very near future. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, and you'll get notified. I hope you enjoyed today's tour. Why don't you leave a comment and let me know which one you really liked. Did you go to the show this year? What city? Which one was your favorite at your show? We really want to know these things. So like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks. We'll see you next week.